What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in. About to head out. As I told y'all before, if y'all want me to cover a topic, just drop it in the comments. This guy asked me, he said, Gibson, should a young man without children consider a single mom? Now, that is like a broad question with different answers to it. Now look, if my nephew come to me, he's 19, 20 years old, and I'm thinking about dating this girl, she got kids. I'm gonna tell him, bruh, there's too many 20-year-olds out there with no children. Find you a 21-year-old without children. Now, if you 30, you come to me and say, man, I'm thinking about dating this girl, she got a kid. Now look, check this out. Just because a person have a child, don't make them a bad person. I'm freaking to show you why. Like, everybody at some point has had a girlfriend at 20, 21, 22 years old. And when you're 20, 21, 22, you think you know everything. So 9 times out of 10, you're sleeping with your girlfriend unprotected. Like, I'm gonna use my nephew as an example. He's 19 or 20. He got a girlfriend. All right. I'm 100% sure his behind probably ain't wearing no kind of protection, and he think he in love. She love him, he love her. This is with anybody. And she is willing to have a baby with this boy who she thinks she's just so in love with at 20 and 21. All right, now baby comes, everything changes. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. When my wife was having our 5th child, across the hall was a young man and his girlfriend. He was 20, she was 19, having a baby. All right, so I'll go into the waiting room to warm my food up. Him and his mama in there talking. Man, I don't think I can do it, man. I just can't be with her, man. She this, she that, then her family this and her family that. I don't think it's gonna work out. Let's take that situation right there. He move on with his life, she move on with her life, right? She look up, she 26, 27, done finished nursing school, got her own apartment, she got 1 kid. She like, look, next dude I date, I'm really trying to get married. But see, next dude I date, I'm trying to get married. I ain't out here sleeping around. I made that mistake, I had 1 child. The problem comes in when they had 2 and 3 kids, because they didn't learn nothing from the first child. The red pill community will make you think that this woman, who's went and became a nurse, she has 1 child from a guy she thought she was in love with at 21 and 20, that she won't make a good wife. That's far from it. She may be, hey, you can already see what kind of mother she is. She may be an awesome woman. Everything might work out. Girls always an exception to the rule. Now, this same guy, he had his baby at 20, 21. Now he 28. He made this girl a baby mama, but he moved on with his life. And 9 times out of 10, when that young man who made a child at 21, 22, he's gonna eventually get married in his 30s and 30, between 30 and 35. So he could move on and get married, but the girl can't move on and get married. It's different levels. Now, you come to me say, yeah, man, she got 2, 3 kids, she changed. She probably had changed, but you don't need to be in that situation. And it also boils down to the type of baby daddy that she has. Now, if she got a baby daddy who's in, I hate to say this, but if you gon', did he say marry or did he say date? Let me see. Let me see what he said, y'all. Did he say marry or did he say date? Golly, I lost his comment. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right here. Flip it. Look, if you plan on marrying a girl that has, again, if you in your 30s, mid-30s, a lot of the women you gonna meet gonna have children. If you can try and find one without a child, it's fine. But if you are gonna date and marry one, make sure they have 1 child. And then you need to find out what type of baby daddy that she has. And this is why I say you need to find out what type of baby daddy that she has. And I hate to say this, you really don't want an involved baby daddy. And here's why I say that. He's always going to be calling or texting her phone. Yeah, Haley got, she in the passenger seat. Yeah, Haley got a graduation at 2 o'clock. Graduating doggone kindergarten, elementary. Okay, all right. Then y'all got to meet him at the school. Then Haley's got a birthday. We're gonna do a birthday party at the park. All right, I'll be there. You don't want that. If you're gonna date a girl, marry a girl with a kid, you want that man to be just completely out of life. That way you have full control. Because you will not have control. Let me give you an example. Say the child get out of line. If the father is present, can you discipline it? A lot of women ain't gonna want y'all discipline their child. That's why a lot of people say just stay away from a girl who got a kid. Like, a lot of women ain't gonna let you want it's a lose-lose. If the woman have a daughter, can you discipline that daughter? Like, you gonna let somebody else discipline your daughter? The woman have a little boy. That man gonna wanna raise that boy a certain way. And when you got an involved baby daddy, it's not gonna work, because he's gonna have an input on what's going on with that child under your roof. Because if you got an involved baby daddy, he's gonna be paying child support, he's gonna be present, and he's gonna constantly be calling. That situation, flip no. Or if the man just not present, you get full reins on how everything going, that's cool too. But if you're in your 20s, man, get you a woman ain't got no child. If you're in your 30s, everybody's more mature. You can kind of move on and go on with your life. Because I got a cousin. She made a baby at like 21, 22. She went on to get a career field, buy a home. And now she's dating another guy, and her child is like 10. So it's cool, but it's challenging. It's challenging. It's challenging. When I met my wife, she had a 1-year-old. When I met my wife, she had a 1-year-old. And what I had to do, that's like I say, that's a thin line. That's a thin, tight rope. So when I met my wife, she had one child, which was my oldest. I consider her mine. Y'all ain't never hear me jump in here and say my stepchild. When I met my wife, she had a 1-year-old. All right, so I knew what the play was. I said, all right, I need to be cautious because she has a daughter. I need to see what the play is. Got to know her, which is my wife. Got to know my wife, see what she about. All right, now I said, all right, got to ask her, okay, the baby daddy, what's this situation? This, that, and the other. He's around, but then he's really not around. All right. They didn't want to say like a month. I said, look, I need to meet Buddy. I need to meet him to see what's what. Went to the man's house, sat in his living room, chopped it up with him, see what's what, blah, 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 blah. All right, everything smooth. All right, so as you fast forward, what? You fast forward 8 years, 7, 8 years later. I have full reins on what's what. I have full reins on what's what. Like I say, he's really not a cool guy, don't get me wrong, but he's not a present father. I'm just to be honest, he's not a present father. Like I say, cool guy. He might watch this and feel some type of way. I don't give a flip. Me and him don't have any problems. Everything's smooth. He don't call my wife phone 7, 8 o'clock. Blah. It ain't none of that. Like, it's respect on both ends. And he have no authority under my roof on what his child doing. I got say so all that. So she calls me dad. When it's time for stuff at school, who's your dad? Michael Gibson. So, and she refer to me as dad, you know. But it's not, like I say, and I would honestly say that I'm in a rare situation because my wife let me have full reign. When it come down to discipline the children and how things go, I have full reins on what's what. You fast forward 4 kids later, which is a total of 5, it don't matter. So that's why I say that's a thin line. That's a tight rope. That's a tight rope. And And like I say, it's respect, it's love, it's no problem. He don't, I'm coming to get my child. It ain't none of that. It's not. And like, he know what it is. And like, I'm not saying he know what it is, like, man, it's what it is. No, ain't none of that. Like I say, it was because I know how this stuff go. Like, sometimes you'll have baby daddies still kind of want to get with the baby mama. So I did a lot of homework before I proceeded with this. But like I say, man, it's been nothing but a blessing on my end, because you could have somebody who's let's say you take a woman that's been getting beat on for 5 years, then she get with a man that ain't never hit her. She would kind of treasure that man a little more. Not saying my woman was getting beat on, but when I met my wife, like I say, she had a baby. And I want to say she was maybe in, this is what she tells me, I don't know. She had a baby. Then I think she may have, what, a boyfriend after that? Or 2 boyfriends after that. It didn't work. I don't care. Because when you, again, she was, it's 25 when she had that child. No, she was actually like 24 when she had a child. I came around when she was like 25, something like that, 25. Now, I had to mold my woman into what I wanted her to be. And I had to have her to see things the way a man see things. I had to, like, it's a lot of work in a marriage. Like, she had to kind of mold me into what she wanted, and I had to kind of mold her into what I wanted. Like, it's work. And that's why I say, if you 20, 21, no, find your woman without a kid. If you 28, 25, 30, you can kind of, and like I say, my wife have a real good personality. Now, don't get me wrong, we still argue and bump heads. We're humans. But all in all, bro, I wouldn't trade my woman for I wouldn't get with somebody else. Like, they ain't got no kid, I'm gonna be with them. Like, bro, when I say, again, marriage people have problems. That's just normal. Like, I don't, my woman really don't give me much problems. And I'm gonna be honest, my stepchild, my kids give me more problems than my stepchild. But I hate saying stepchild because I've been in the child life since she was 1. So I got the doggone get on my own children more than I do my stepchild. My stepchild never gave me any problems. Her father has never gave me any problems. His parents and his side of the family never gave me any problems. Because when it boils down to it, everybody know Gibson standing on business. That man done took your child, raised your child, I sacrifice a lot for my family. So that's one thing I can say, bro. If you're gonna date a woman with a kid, it's a thin line. You need to find out what kind of baby daddy she got. You need to find out what she is, and don't be afraid to walk away if it don't work. Peace, I'm gone.